Well, everyone, I wanted to go ahead and do a little quick comparison between X and Bluesky and see which particular application is a better one for you. Now, you can probably not even tell the difference between both these applications. They're relatively around the same type of app. They let you post and, do all that kind of stuff. I've been using X, Twitter for a very, very long amount of time, and Bluesky is basically a open source decentralized version of X. Now, what's funny is that Bluesky, I think, was created by this former CEO of Twitter, which was Jack Dorsey. So I think this was like an alternative application they were building at the time, but I guess this is now the new version. I'm not really too sure, but essentially they both do the same exact thing. I think a lot of people are switching over because they don't like the current owner of X, which could be a reason why you would go and switch over to Bluesky. First things first, though, creating an account and everything is basically the same exact thing. There's no way to port over your data or info from X to Bluesky, but I hope that ends up happening because I think a lot of people would probably end up switching. Now, the functionality is basically the same. Now, to the T, they're almost relatively around the same type of application in terms of the layout. They even have the same kind of layout for the top, like they have this button right here, or this little layout thing. Now, if we go and take a look, if you click on the top side up here, you can see they both give you the information, and Bluesky is on the left, and the X is on the right. Now, as of right now, I guess this is the layout of how a lot of the usernames look. PS, sky.social. I think you can change that later, but you can see relatively around the same thing. Hopping out of here, the way you interact with posts is about the same thing as well. So let's say I go and click onto this Bluesky here, this post here, and I click on this post here. It's almost the same type of layout. So you can see I can click onto this image. It's basically the same exact thing here. You can see I can like these posts. I can repost it here as well. And you can see all these comments that are here as well. So basically around the same type of thing. The layout is relatively around the same thing. And then scrolling through the posts is about the same thing. Now, this blue button down here is the post button. So if I go and click on this button right here, you can see right here almost the exact same. It's like almost 100% exactly the same thing. So I can go and post an image. I can post a post, polls, all those things. The main difference here is that as of right now, Bluesky has a word limit or a character limit, and it's 300. X you can post kind of as much as you want to. So from a character perspective, you can post more characters on X than on Bluesky. I think over time, Bluesky is going to change that, but that is an advantage on X as of this point. I'm clicking on cancel right up here. If you click on this search button, this is just your suggested posts. You can search for things all over. Now, as of right now, there are way more people on X, and there's just more communities built on X right now. Bluesky, it seems to be this is a very, very, popular application that's growing right now. So there's more and more people every day going on Bluesky, but as of right now, X is way more popular. It's more established, and I've seen a lot of Twitter X alternatives come and go. If Bluesky ends up staying, then I think, that shouldn't be much of an issue, but it's almost like comparing like Instagram against I don't even know how to describe it, right? Like there's not really an alternative per se that's been established yet, like how, X has been for the last couple of years, since it's been Twitter X. Threads is also here on Instagram, and people are using that more and more, but Bluesky as of this point has potential. Now you have messages here, so you can access your messages and all of that. Our messaging panel is all the way at the end, so that is a little bit of a difference down here. Even their notification panel is kind of the same thing, which is kind of interesting. Now, one other thing I want to show you is the profiles. So if we go and click up here, and if we go inside of our profiles, which is right here, and for us it's right here, it's kind of the same type of layout. So you can see right here, you're basically getting, the same type of experience for the most part. You have replies, you have media, you have all these other things you can kind of get access to, which again is kind of nice. So I do think over time, as you populate your posts and everything, then things here will get better and better. So it'll become more like a actual profile. You can change your profile icons here, and I mean, to be honest, they're both relatively the exact same application. A lot of reasons probably why people are going to switch over, like I mentioned, is probably because of the reasoning behind the application themselves, who owns the application, which I think is a fair enough reason to switch or to stay or whatever the case is. As of right now, my main complaints of X is probably the fact that this application, has a lot of crazy stuff going on in the For You page sometimes. I enjoy X a lot. It's probably my most used app. But I do realize sometimes I go into the For You page and there's some crazy stuff that happens on that page, like random videos. So I think their moderation team needs to get a little bit better. Otherwise, I love X. It's a really, really cool application. Bluesky, my only problem with this is that it's not even a problem. It's a newer application. So it's just going to take more time for people to go on X, or sorry, to go on Bluesky. So hopefully over time, more and more people go on Bluesky and X, and we can kind of see which one's better. But I hope Bluesky, like I've seen with other apps, it just doesn't come and go. Threads, what's there, Mastodon, like so many other applications come and go, and nothing really sticks. So there's a big chance Bluesky might end up staying, but also there's a chance it may not be. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of months. But that's kind of the main difference and the layout difference between Bluesky and X. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.